Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a shop my stash for the second full week of September. Today is, let's see, so Monday will be the 12th, and so it'll be the makeup that I use for the 12th through Friday, which is that work week for me. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about are the two primers I'm going to be using. One is just my normal eye primer, which is the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. If you haven't tried this stuff, it's awesome, and it's like $3 from the drugstore, and great quality. Love this stuff. Makes my eyeshadow last all day. And the face primer I'm going to be using is this little sample of the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. I do have it on today. It's not really something that fills in pores all that much. It does a little bit, but I am excited to sort of get a full week's worth of use out of this because I've only used it a couple times here and there. The foundation I'm going to be using is this little guy, and I actually have the majority of these, actually almost all of these items on my face today. And this is the Makeup Forever Water Blend Face and Body Foundation. This is the new formulation, and I got mine in the shade Y215. Like I said, I do have it on my face today. It is very watery in consistency, i.e. a water blend foundation. I believe it's 80% water, if not more, and it's very, very sheer in coverage. So I do, like I said, I have it on my face today. I used it with this primer and the powder and foundation that powder and concealer that I'm going to mention here in a couple minutes. I did want to try this because I've been really craving something more sheer lately and not too much of a hassle. So this is what I'm going to be trying for this week. The concealer and powder that I'm going to be using this week would be the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Light 1 Chantilly. This is the lightest shade that they do have. And I am wearing it under my eyes today, as well as to cover up a little bit of some acne scarring that I have, since that foundation is not very full coverage whatsoever. And then to top it off, the powder that I'm using is the Tarte BB Confidence Creamy Powder in the shade Fair Neutral. This is actually a powder foundation, which is why I'm going to be using it on top of that foundation, because again, it doesn't give a lot of coverage, and this will help give it a little bit more of that coverage that I was looking for. I do love the combination of this, though. It does give my face sort of a dewier finish once all said and done, even with the powder and then with the Spray Day setting spray on top of it. So I'm really actually hoping I'll like this combination this week. All right, let's see. For bronzer, blush, and highlight. For bronzer, I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is probably my all-time favorite bronzer. I'm new to bronzing. I really didn't think that as someone so fair I could bronze appropriately, but this really has changed my opinion of that. It's a great shade, super light, super creamy, super blendable, and it smells amazing. So this is the shade Bronzer. This is the original shade. There is a lighter one that I haven't tried, but this one I really do enjoy. For blush, I'm going to be using the Kat Von D Shade and Light blush in the shade Bonnie and Clyde. So I was lucky enough to stumble across these at my local TJ Maxx. I picked up this shade and the other shade that they had, which was Sid and Nancy. And I actually just have the lighter blush on my cheeks today. Again, going for sort of a really basic, clean, sort of no makeup look almost, at least with my skin. So I didn't want to go in with this dark, sort of magenta-y shade. But loving the light one so far today. It was the first time I used it. And for highlight, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Afterglow Highlighter in the shade Sin. It's a really pretty sort of gold, really champagne-y sort of shade. I am wearing that today. Again, just something I haven't used in a while, but really excited to use this week. Let's see, for eyes, I'm going to be using, for brows, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer in the shade Brunette. I love, love, love this pencil. It goes up in rankings with the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and I might actually like this one better because of the color match. I got the shade Chocolate from Anastasia, and I think Brunette might be a little bit more neutral, whereas Chocolate is a little bit more warm, more olivey. But I love the spoolie at the end. I love the formula of this pencil, and I'm just going to be using this one for my brows all week. For mascara, I'm going to be trying this little guy. This is the Rimmel Scandaleyes Retro Glam Mascara in the shade Extreme Black. I've heard wonderful things about this mascara, specifically that it might be a dupe for the Too Faced Better Than Sex. I think I'm going to have to do a review and a comparison video, maybe one eye of each or something, because I love that mascara. I do have this on my eyes today. I was pleasantly surprised. The wand is very similar to the Too Faced wands, not identical, but sort of like that hourglass shape. And I actually really enjoy the way this looks on my lashes, so we shall see about this little one. Okay, and finally, for my eyeshadow palette, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Natural Eyes palette. I figure since I was going with something a little bit more sheer coverage, I'd go with something a little bit more light on the eyes this week as well. So this palette is really beautiful. Today on my lids, I have Nudie in the crease, Push Up on the lid, Cashmere Bunny in the outer V just to darken it up a little bit, and then I have Heaven to sort of blend everything together and as a brow bone highlight. Actually, I did put Silk Teddy on my inner corner as well. Love Too Faced shadows, love the formulation, always great quality, and that is the palette that I'm using this week. So that is going to be the products that I believe this is going to be going up at the end of the week or early next week. So these will be the products that I will have used all week. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.